with how practice and illness and everything was going last week and injuries, did you have an idea that you might get some playing time this week?
During the course of the week, I was actually switched back to safety because of the depth issues that we had. And so it always crossed my mind, but, you can never really be sure that something's going to happen and you're going to be called up. So you just got to be ready. And, took practice serious and, I practiced like I was going to get my shot, and who knows, during the game I got the call and really tried to make the most out of it.
I know the game this season probably isn't like what you expect, but what did those plays, that half mean for you?
It meant everything. Being a walk-on is not, the preferred choice, but I've been living my dream since the day I showed up. So Saturday really, made everything worth it.
We'll go to the left side, second row to Cease.
So how shorthanded was the team? I mean, we hear numbers, but I was wondering, like, practice last week, how maybe that was different from a practice like 5 weeks ago when you had more. I mean, how shorthanded could you kind of enlighten us?
Yeah, I mean, we were to a point where they had to call me back from playing linebacker to go in and, take some 1 rep, some 2 reps with the nickels in the starting defense. So, yeah, we were pretty low, but, that's a kind of mentality. I mean, just the next man up is the mentality that we kind of really harp on here at A&M. So you never know, a season like this with a lot of injuries and everything else going on, like, it's really down to these young guys and the depth that really builds a team. So
We'll go back to the front row, right side to Travis.
Yeah. So, what was your journey to A&M? Did you have some other offers? What made you walk on here?
Actually, out of high school, I accepted a scholarship to go play quarterback at a D2 university in Arkansas, Harding University. Spent 1 year there. I redshirted. I just really wanted to chase a bigger dream, and I wanted to come to A&M, and really, I've been a lifelong fan. So I made my mind up, and I really pursued it head on. And there were obstacles. I didn't get into A&M right away. Had to go to Blinn for a whole entire year where I didn't play any football there. But and then got into A&M, and that's when COVID hit, so they didn't really have any walk-on tryouts. So it was just more waiting. It got to a point where, you start to think maybe football is not the right choice for you. Maybe it's just not going to work out. But I'm so glad that I fully dedicated myself to the grind, and I mean, look where it took me. So I have no complaints.
So how many years of what year of college is it for you?
Year of college. This would be my 4th year, so I have 1 more year after this that I'm planning on coming back and playing for the Aggies.
Was the whole myth of 12th man not lost on you as all of that was going on yesterday?
There was so much to handle yesterday. I just, the whole myth of the 12th man is, I don't know. I just felt like I was the next man up. There's not really a whole lot of time to think about, what's really going on. So during the game, I just got my name called up, and it was time to, really lock in.
We'll stay on the front row, right side to Brent.
The age-old question, Blinn and Brenham or Blinn and Brian?
It's Blinn and Brian.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, hey, I live right by there. So what was that like for you to be at Blinn? I'm sure you were going to games, things like that. And what was that whole thing like to be that patient?
I mean, it was tough. Definitely patience would be the right word that I use. But it was tough just having to show up to the games. You get to go to tailgates, and it's awesome getting to hang around with the 12th man and all the fans. I mean, that was a blast. But my passion was really to be on the field. And so that's just what I wanted to be, and that's what I did.
So are you telling your buddies, hey, I could be out there? Or they're shaking their heads?
100%.
Like
yeah, it definitely came across some smack talk, here or there. But definitely, I wish that I could have been out there, and that's where I am now.
You said you had a lifelong love of Texas A&M. Where did that come from?
Actually, my first A&M game coming to is with my older dad and my brother. And I think it was the Aggies took on the Baylor Bears at Kyle Field. Cyrus Gray broke like the longest rushing touchdown record, and it was, I mean, you just fall in love with the atmosphere of the stadium, and it was just something that I never shook. I just knew I wanted to be an Aggie since then.
Do you have Aggies in the family?
Actually, yeah, I mean, extended family, direct family. No, I didn't have any Aggies, so I was the first one. But yes, extended family, like cousins and aunts and uncles, there's some Aggies in there.
We'll go back to C, second row on the left side.
So how did you elevate your play to get it placed? Because a lot of times there's walk-ons come and go and we don't even see them, or, we didn't know they're walk-ons until they tell us later. I played at A&M from one of. What did you do to elevate your game to get there?
I've been blessed with the opportunities that I've received so far. My first spring here, I was a practice or a scout team kind of guy, and I really just took it seriously. And I started getting my name put up on special teams depth chart, and that's where I really found. I wouldn't say a home, but I really found a role on the team, being a special teams guy, and I took it seriously. And you never know where things can go. So just grinding and being in the right spot on special teams, that led all to them having the confidence to put me in with the starting defense on Saturday against Florida, which was crazy to me.
Do you have a favorite first play yet, or was that on Saturday play?
Favorite first play, from Saturday, I don't know. It actually wasn't on defense. It was on special teams. My first tackle was a punt, and something happened on the line, and people got twisted up. I ended up ending it on my back, and with my defender laying on top of me. And in the moment, it felt like I just shoved him off, got up, and really found the ball. I was able to put myself in the right spot to make a tackle, and on the stat sheet, it doesn't really go down much more than a tackle, but just having the drive and the not quit to get up and make a tackle was amazing to me.
We'll go back behind the lights on the left side to Tyler.
Yeah, Sam, now that you're kind of stepped into a bigger role now, and who knows moving forward, what kind of opportunities you'll get, but what do you feel like you guys need to work on, or how can you fix some of the problems with the run defense that you've had, especially Auburn's another team that can run the ball?
We've been harping on, missed tackles, just being in the right spot to fit the run, having eyes on the quarterback ready to break. And it's all stuff that we take seriously, and we try and practice and harp on during practice, so that during the game we can get it right. But it's just going to take a whole lot more, buying into the process, and because we definitely have the talent to be there, and we just really need to buy into, what it takes to be a successful team in the SEC. And I have all the faith in the world that we can do it. We just need to take it step by step, and I think we'll be there. I think we'll be fine.
And I know for you, you're finally getting to fulfill this kind of dream of yours. But just as a team overall, where do you feel like you guys are at, and what do you feel like you guys are playing for? At this point,
we're playing for the man to our left and right of us. The season's been tough, and at no point has it gone exactly like we wanted it to, but we still have a commitment to each other, to go out there and put out the best product that we can every Saturday, and every day during the week, just showing up, being consistent, grinding. It's something that we really, that's really all there's left to, not really all there's left to do, but at the base roots of it, it's all for each other. It's for the coaches, it's for the players. That's what we're playing for. We're just, out there to show the world that we are a team and we can do this. So that's what we're going to do.
We'll go front row on the right to Brent.
Okay, best I can tell, the Blenheim Bryan doesn't have a rec center. So how did you spend that time staying in shape and so forth? Where was that?
Since I was a young boy, me, my dad, my mom, my brothers, all of us, been super consistent, whether it's, eating right, working out in the gym, and it's just having a right support system, really, because even whenever I was here away from my family, I'd always have friends that would, encourage me to go to the gym and stay. It's always been something that's been motivating me, is just to be, the best kind of shape you can be. So it wasn't that difficult, but definitely just having the right support system, getting motivation whenever maybe you don't feel like going that day. So that's what I tried to do.
What gym did you go to here in town?
I went to TrueFit off of Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. And also, so being a quarterback at Clear Creek, correct?
Correct.
Did you play on the defensive side of the ball or at all?
No, never. I
Okay.
think my last defensive snap before coming to A&M was freshman year of high school, which, I took quarterback seriously and took me far, but, I'm definitely finding my ground right now on the defensive side. It's different for sure.
I was going to ask, what's the biggest adjustment to being on that side of the ball?
It's tough. Going from offense to defense, an offensive guy's whole perception of a defensive player is they're just some big brute that likes to run around and hit things, but it's so much different. It's, reading something and then getting your eyes over here, and, if it's a run, you got to hit the right fit while it's still moving. So it's been definitely tough, a learning experience, but it's encouraging because there's still so much to learn. So,
Anything else? All right, thank you, Sam.
of course, thank you guys.
Thank you.